Today we're going to do a drum lesson. This is the Djembe drum, and it is from West Africa, and it's spelled D-J-E-M-B-E, and it's pronounced Djembe. All right, this is from the 12th century, and it's from the Mandinka tribe in West Africa, now Mali. And this drum has been played for generations as part of ritualistic life. So say there's a baby born, or there's a special event, a wedding. This drum has been played for years and years as part of life, campfires, rituals, traditions. And it is actually made from a hollowed out tree trunk. And you can see this one has carvings, and it is actually, I forgot where we got ours. It was a music festival, but it came from somewhere in West Africa or the Indies, I believe. Now, I'm not an expert on the proper technique for playing the djembe, but I've done a little bit of research, and I know that you can get different sounds on this instrument. This top part is actually, this is not vegan, this is animal skin stretched. There are ones that are actually plastic, but this one is animal skin, and you're supposed to condition it by using the oils of your fingers to keep this, I guess, in the best possible condition. So playing your instruments is actually very good for it in many ways, and it's good for you. Let's see. Oh yeah, some sounds, some rhythms. So you can use the heel of your hand for one sound, or your fingertips. Bass sounds as well. It's important not to hit smack dab the middle of your drum at any time. It's best to play on the sweet spots, which is maybe a little bit more toward the rim. And always remember to pull sound out of your instrument, not to pound sound in, because there's a big difference. Although that is a technique in djembe playing, kind of do the slap rhythm. You do different sounds and have some fun with that. So go ahead and pause your video and maybe ask your mom or your dad if you can use like an ice cream bucket, or maybe a pot or pan. Find something in your kitchen or storage area. We happen to have a big gallon of ice cream that we've consumed in the last few days. And you notice even on a bucket, you can get different sounds, right? By using the side or the top, the back, and in the streets of, say, very urban areas, or if you're on an island, you might find people playing all sorts of things. This is where steel drums came from. They were hollowed out oil barrels, and the tops were pounded down into kind of a bowl shape, and there's actually tuning that was done. This is a fairly new instrument, and it's actually been given a lot of respect in Caribbean music, and it started right on the streets with the resources that people had, much like the ice cream bucket that you have probably at home somewhere, or some sort of container, even maybe you've got a cardboard oatmeal container that you could use today for your drum. Okay, so you can experiment by using your hands for your drum, or if you'd like, maybe get permission to use some wooden or plastic spoons, and let's just have some fun together making rhythm. So what we're going to do is I'll play a rhythm, and you listen very carefully and see if you can play it back for me. So I'm going to take this bucket drum and give it to my husband, Jason, Mr. Barkmeier, I should say. And he'll be my guest, and he can play, and then I will show you another type of drum before we go today as well. Okay? So, are you ready to copy rhythms?
Oh, yes.
All right, let's try this. So there's different things that you can do with dynamics as well. Notice I started really soft on that last rhythm and then got loud, right? Do you want to play some rhythms on your ice cream bucket and then see if I can copy your rhythms?
Sure.
Okay, wait, I got to take off my ring.
It'll start to wear on your rings.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and sometimes this is common. You'll see people who are really good at this, who are maybe professionals or people in bands. You will see them playing the djembe or the congas with band-aids on their fingers because they really get into it. And sometimes they will be slapping and pounding the side of the drum, and they'll need some protection on their fingers for that. So,
Right.
that's okay. All right, Mr. Barkmeier, give me a beat.
Sure. Nice.
Sort of close. Okay, so that is kind of a fun challenge, and it's improvisational because your mind is working to create the rhythm in your brain before it puts it into the drum, and you're using a different part of your brain to listen to what the other person's playing and then play it back to them. So music is very good for the brain. It uses both the right and the left hemisphere. We use our creative thought and also our mathematical thought. So there is a thought for the day. So right now I'm going to turn it over to Jackson, my son, who is a percussionist, and he's going to play another kind of drum for you, and maybe like do some riffs on the trap set or the drum set. So I'll just give you a little interview here. Jackson, what kind of drum is this on your farthest left?
This is a snare drum.
Okay, very good. Let's